Hello everyone, welcome back to my humble little channel, Game Time. Hopefully everyone's going to have a great 2019. I hope the year is filled with all the games you could ever want. And back for another video. I want to say hi to any new subscribers over the holidays. Always pleased to have you with us here on this humble little channel. 2018 was pretty quiet for myself. I didn't do a whole lot on YouTube. But we're going to get back to a little bit more of a regular basis here this year. Hopefully we'll have at least a pair of videos every month, maybe 3 or 4 as well. So we'll see what we get going. First one I want to do this year is Playing with Super Power. This is a sequel. I'll provide a link in the description to the original video I did for the Playing with Power, which covered, it was kind of a nice little guide that covered the NES Classic. This one kind of covers the Super NES Classic. So we're going to take a look at this here, just a couple moments, just to mainly show it off. It's nothing too terribly special, but I thought it's a fun little kind of guide to the Super Nintendo. You can see a forward there by Reggie Fils-Aimé from Nintendo. A lot of great artwork, some cosplay in here. We're not going to take a look at every single page, but I thought I'd kind of thumb through it a little bit. Kind of shows off a little bit of the Super Nintendo legacy there. Launch titles, kind of what they had. Looks like original articles from Nintendo Power as well. Everyone liked Nintendo Power back in the day. Got the lifespan there, so legacy, whole works, some concept art. I always like seeing some of the original designs. Look at that, kind of look like the old school NES, kind of like that. So I'm a sucker for some concept art and designs. It's interesting to see what something like the Super Nintendo could have looked like. So, and yeah, you see some of the accessories in Nintendo and everything. More concept art this time for the Super Scope. Pretty cool. Got all the accessories there, as I mentioned earlier. The 20 best-selling Super Nintendo games. Sorry, the camera's a little bit weird here, but basically kind of shows there, of course, Super Mario World, Super Mario All-Stars, Donkey Kong Country, etc. Donkey Kong Country 2 coming in at number 6. Link to the Past, number 7, which is a little bit surprising, but basically any Mario game's going to be right up in there. Mario Kart, Street Fighter coming in at number 5. That one is a little bit more of the surprise. Street Fighter 5 coming in at number 17, which, yeah, it's kind of interesting considering that was just in Japan, because over here we didn't get Final Fantasy 5 until, I think, the PS1, so good to see Final Fantasy 6 there at number 11. That is an excellent choice. But I'll also show some history on like the Nintendo Pong consoles, the Game & Watches, and how they kind of morphed into the Game Boys that we see. And then from there, you know, kind of game by game, there kind of covers Mario World. Again, some original manuals and artwork there, so pretty cool to see that kind of from the original manuals. And yeah, I mean, obviously it covers Mario World. We also have stuff that covers, actually a lot of Mario World. Let's add the Mario All-Stars. Wasn't part of the Super NES Classic, but we'll see what happens. I guess it wasn't necessarily needed. F-Zero's next, kind of covers some of the history of that. Got some maps there, shows the racetracks, which is good. It's a tricky game. Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, of course. Again, a little bit of story and history on that. Always love seeing some of the sketches. So, but you kind of get the basic idea. There's a nice map of both the worlds there. Little Zelda history as well. Kind of like it. Franchises first and everything. So, pretty neat to see that. Mario Kart, obviously, always a fun one as well. It shows some track layouts, but yeah, you kind of get the idea. It covers all the games in there. Kirby, Street Fighter's in there, like we said. So Earthbound, kind of interesting to see some Earthbound. That's going to be pretty useful because I get the chance to play Earthbound now. I never have previously. So I'll show you the rest of the book here, kind of after the games. Kind of going through it quickly, like I said. It's available. It's $20-ish. You can get them in some places there. It's going to cover some super fans, lots of fan artwork in there. Kind of like seeing that artist spotlight. Has some cosplayers there. She's a great looking Zelda. So, etc. Got some Star Fox community covers video games live. Always like that. Tommy Tallarico, of course, he did the soundtrack to one of my favorite games, actually, Cool Spot for Super Nintendo. Would have been nice to see that on here, but I'm not sure what's up with that particular franchise. It was Virgin Interactive that owned them, so I'm not sure where the rights for those games are currently residing, unfortunately. But we kind of see a little bit here. Here's some more great Zelda fan art there. Link's looking very much like a Zelda. No wonder why people get confused all the time. So, yeah, a fun little book. There's that Samus cosplay I was talking about a little bit earlier. She did pretty darn good. So, yeah, on the back of it there kind of shows what it's like. The layout's kind of weird. I kind of wish it was just a normal book, kind of like the Playing with Nintendo Power book that we looked at previously. Like I said, a link in the description for that particular video. But that's Playing with Super Power. And, yeah, definitely if you're a fan of Super Nintendo, I think it's worth the pickup. So thought I'd point that out. It's a fun little read. If you get a chance to pick one up in stores, definitely do so. I enjoyed mine. I got mine quite some time ago, finally getting around a chance to do a video for it. So let me know what you think of the book, and as always, let's all have a great new year, and we'll see you a little bit more often here on this channel. So feel free to like, subscribe if you'd like, and leave some comments. You know, we have a fun little community. Follow me on Twitter as well, and all that's going to be available in the video description. So everybody take care, happy gaming, happy new year, and we'll see you next time.